Oh my God, I'm dizzy as fuck.
Go down the spot for sure.
Fuck, this is crazy. This project, which is available for all my Patreons, eventually turned into this. So I was happy about that. Let's talk about the drums. I tried to do drums as close as the original. So we have this kick and then this snare. I think that the snare could be louder. You can see here I've done some EQing. I should have actually brought down the high end. That sounds way better. That's the kick and snare. For the hats, I have 3 separate layers. We have this hat and this hat loop. And then this other hat kind of like defining thing. It's a really, really high frequency sound. And I thought that made it a little bit more defined, a little bit more of that. And then finally a crash on the first. The final thing for the drums is this percussion sound that hits right before the kick and snare. This right here is a step. So basically we're putting it on the 4th step and then sliding it slightly to the right. So if we put it on 1/4 of a step, you can see that it's on the 2nd section of that 4th step. Math! Fuck, I'm peeking on this, my bad. That's it for the drums. All that together. Now we get into the vocal layer. Did it in another project, but basically I used my voice for this. I just put a frequency shifter and auto-tune and then chopped it up and got this. And also layered it with this one, which is one shot, repeating twice on every beat and then going up in volume. Let's not forget that I also added a little bit of reverb and removed the low end. And you can get all of this inside House Hits. Basically, House Hits is just my experimentation into the world of house. If you guys are interested in seeing what I can do in house, get the pack. Damn, bro. Skrillex, Sonny, how? I would love to know how you made this bass. Everybody would love to know how you made this bass, Sonny. Hit me up. I will fucking make a whole video. I'll break down everything for you. People want to know. And I think that that would just make everybody better producers. I know we can make more good music. We have the capability as a humanity to wake up every day, have a new song, a new vibration, a new energy to get us going. If we all had the right knowledge on how to produce great fucking sounds like this. So let's get into the bass, bitch. Fucking planes, loud as fuck. Let's start with the simplest fucking sound, and then we'll progressively get a little bit more complex. So the simplest sound in here is the motherfucking sub. And the motherfucking sub, it's a sine wave with a soft clipper. That's being routed to my sub channel where I have this patcher. You're gonna be like, yo, what the fuck is going on here? Not much, okay? This is my bass formidifier from Patch Racks Volume 2. Basically, this splits the frequencies and makes the sub mono. This is what it sounds like without it. And this is with it. Not much of a big difference, just better. So this is the tom bass. And all the presets from this video are inside Threat Ultra. You can basically pause the video if you want to remake this sound, but it's basically just some sine waves, frequency modulated, with this envelope on the volume and this envelope on the pitch. Another envelope, basically. Oh no, wow, I did that on accident. I thought I used it as an envelope, but it's actually off. So that's why I'm getting the different tonalities, which is kind of dope. I like it, so fuck it, we'll keep it like that. And yeah, that's it. The only effect that we have on this is this blood overdrive. Without it, so that's that. So that's that tom sound. As far as the MIDI, I don't know if I got it like exactly like the one from the original, but it's definitely close. The only thing that I notice is that the note length matters. Length matters. That's gross. The reason why I say that is because look, if we listen to this, and I didn't make this note here shorter, it wouldn't sound the same. It's different. It's like doo-doo-doo. Because of that LFO 2 that doesn't have this on. Like if I were to turn it on and then do that again, I think it would get rid of that. You see? But I actually liked it cut, and I actually like that random shit. All right, so that's that. Let's get into the FM bass, man. That's what I called it, but it's really like the other one's an FM bass as well. So whatever. My approach with this sound was to make sure the tail had the FM bassiness, but the attack, transient, the first part of the synth was distorted. And that was my goal with this sound. So I'm gonna turn off all the effects so I could show you what it sounds like without anything. So the transienty part is a little bit distorted. So I did that with this envelope 3 and this LFO. So oscillator A is -3, oscillator B is at 0, and the frequency modulation is at 33. Then we have this envelope 3 with this shape, bringing down the frequency modulation slightly after I hit it. But not only that, it's actually also triggering the drive of this sine shaper and the mix. If I take it off, there's no distortion. It's just FM bass. So when I turn it on, that's what it's doing. This is envelope here. My God, this fucking airplane. Why is it that I always fucking choose to live somewhere where there's either loud fucking cars or airplanes and shit? Like just loud shit. I want to live in the woods, guys. Please purchase my sample pack so I can get the fuck out of here and go live in the woods. Fuck. Then I added this LFO1 on this filter. It's without it. Ooh, it's actually kind of better without it. I'll make different variations for this patch in Ultra. But anyway, that's that. And if you want to copy the sound, pause the video. For the effects, if we go back to the sub and we look at a EQ, we will see those frequencies live on the very low end of the spectrum. So we don't want this bass to clash with that. So that's why the first thing I added was a low cut to remove those frequencies. Then I added a limiter just to flatten it out. And that's it for that Patcherack. I actually saved it as Sub Remover. And this is going to be in Patcherack's Volume 3, which I just started developing today. I don't know when it will come out, but if you want to keep up with all the stuff I make, sign up to the mailing list at threatcollective.us. Next effect is this trash, which I just used the crunchy grunge wave shape. Let me take it off. See how it adds even a little bit of a vocally thing, but it's difficult trying to replicate somebody else's style because it's them and you're not them. So I think just going in and trying to make your own thing is way better and way more fun, but there's things to learn from remakes, right? About the notes, actually, this Midi, it's just two different notes right next to each other, and that always creates tension. That's what this automation is. If I turn it off, so you can see it added a little bit more distortion. Anyway, let me turn on the effects on the bass bus. So the thing I added that I think definitely gave it a little bit more is this convolver inside Trash 2 with the Cambridge 1x12 amp sample. So that's widening the signal a little bit because I separated it by 3.1 and then I brought the mix down a little bit. And I think that gave it a little bit more width and it was just a little bit cooler. Then I added a Pro Q, which is just my go-to, where I removed the side information from the low end so the low end can stay mono, as well as tame that frequency right there a little bit. But obviously, guys, it's not the fucking same. It's literally not the same. I also have like a little peak on the bass here, on the FM bass, to make it a little bit chunkier. But yeah, man, obviously that's being sidechained with this automation here from this channel. Let's try an OTT before all of this. You can see here the different levels for the hats, the kick and the snare. You want to find a place that sounds good to you. Yeah, that's it. Nothing on the master. Maybe I should have added something, but let's keep in mind that Skrillex probably worked on this a long time. I've spent 10 fucking hours on this, so make sure you guys like the video because I just spent 10 hours. Give a video a thumbs up. As always, project's available for my Patreon, so consider becoming a Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe. I know a lot of you guys are already subscribed, so shout outs to all my subscribers. I love you guys. I'm exporting all of these sounds as loops, and they're all inside House Hits, as well as all the presets. They're inside Ultra. That's it for today's video. Shout outs to Lovesick Music, and shout outs to my boy VJ. Go check them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next vid. Peace. Time to talk.